Hey guys, welcome back to Screen Orb. Today we'll talk about 5 of the grossest bars on Bar Rescue. Let's head into it. Number 5. Breaking Brandon. This one raises some serious issues, such as when a person's mental health is too fragile for reality television, and once it's clear that we've arrived at that point, what's the most ethical course of action? Brandon, the owner of Linda Lou's Time for Two in Layton, Utah, is featured in the Season 7 episode. Brandon's mother, who suffers from multiple sclerosis, has put all of her savings into the business in order to support Brandon, who spends much of his time assisting her and his father. In an early episode confessional, Brandon says, "It's pretty hard to get up in the mornings because I don't want to." What's the most ethical course of action? Perhaps omitting the montage of mom struggling to walk. Perhaps Brandon should be excluded from the TAF for tearing the bar staff apart session. It's possible that the episode shouldn't be called Breaking Brandon. Brandon eventually leaves the session and locks himself in the bathroom, sobbing, "I can't do this anymore," until production sends in a longtime friend and employee to console him. They let him go home for the day, and when he returns, Taver has a different attitude towards him. However, the episode ends up feeling ghoulishly exploitative because his breakdown is still included in the final cut.
Where's your garnish?
Hold on, hold on, we got a flood, hold on. Right now, I'm just...
Also, make sure to write your thoughts in the comment section. Number 4. Back to School. You can whine all you want about Bar Rescue's formulaic nature, but viewers and producers alike know that the formula works most of the time. Bad things happen when the show deviates too far from the norm. We mean bad episodes when we say bad things. This Back to School episode, perhaps the worst in the entire series, isn't even set in the bar. Strange for a show called Bar Rescue, to say the least. Taffer is tasked with getting University of Nevada, Las Vegas hospitality students ready for the real world, just days before they graduate in the Season 6 episode. This one-of-a-kind story is riddled with flaws. For example, it's hard to believe that students on the verge of graduating from a hospitality program are so unprepared that they require a boot camp just days before the ceremony. Even the most contrived storyline can't touch this one, despite the fact that many Bar Rescue episodes are set in actual bars. Furthermore, because the special focuses on the UNLV students rather than the setting, it overlooks a key component of Bar Rescue appeal, the bar. This episode contains a lot of the show's most difficult to watch elements, namely the shouting, with none of the show's fun bar renovation reveals or heartwarming redemptions to balance it out.
I can't do normal recon because we don't have an operation yet, but I want to watch these students. I want to see where their strengths and...
Number 3. Struck Out at the Dugout. Because it gives airtime to a truly toxic man, this episode loses points. Now and then, bad behavior can be profitable. However, the bartender in this episode, Ed, appears to go out of his way to make the lives of everyone around him miserable. Don't take our word for it, the entire Reddit community is enthralled by Ed. The owner is a complete ignorant shithead and doesn't listen to John or his colleagues. The staff turns on him. One user said, "Ed was easily the biggest asshole that I've ever seen on the show," according to another, and there are other assholes as well, but he takes the cake. Some of these fans argue that Ed's highnessness makes for compelling viewing, and it's true that it's difficult to look away at times. However, the reality is not entertaining when an out-of-control owner's inability to be an adult costs his big establishment $40,000 each off-season. Even for reality television, it's depressing.
Hot dogs to the other people. Pick up the tree. Am I not always smiling?
Number 2. All Blaze No Glory. The problem is that All Blaze No Glory tries to be a typical Bar Rescue episode, while also being a bland commercial for Jenny McCarthy's new booze line. It accomplishes neither in a particularly compelling manner. Jenny appears on screen for about 2 minutes, assisting Taffer in his investigation of the failing bar. The Ford plant across the street employs 7,000 people, so the bar should be hopping, especially during lunch breaks, as Taffer wisely points out. However, sloppy owner Don, who doesn't bother to learn the names of his female employees and instead refers to them as Rachel, is holding the entire establishment back. Jenny and Taffer watch as he consumes excessive amounts of alcohol, abdicates all responsibilities to his niece, an employee Ray, and distributes copious amounts of free alcohol. Jenny mysteriously vanishes after the first scene, rather than being used throughout the episode, and encouraged to offer some of her own advice to the staff. Her face reappears 40 minutes later, this time on the bottle of her booze, which is not so subtly hidden within a shot. However, the product placement scheme is far from seamless. The episode's incredibly average story isn't enough to save it.
You see all that?
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I think it's deep fried taco.
Number 1. Worst. 2 Flew Over the Handlebars. Sisterhood. How I Adore You. Anyone who has a sister knows that it can be the best of times and the worst of times at the same time. Sisterhood, incidentally, is a concept ripe for a reality television. 2 sisters run a bar in small-town Connecticut. In 2 Flew Over the Handlebars, the bar is themed after bikers, as the episode's title suggests. Stephanie and Betsy are doing their best to keep things running smoothly, but at least one of them has a serious alcohol problem that makes it difficult for them to do so. Rather than embracing the inherent drama drama of sisterhood, the show outsources it. Taffer enlists the help of a professional counselor to assist the sisters in repairing their relationship. If any repair work is done, it's done mostly behind the scenes. The episode leaves the audience with a hazy picture of the relationship's current state, and the newly renovated bar isn't much to write home about either. Taffer simply adds to the biker theme by placing a massive motorcycle on the street. What do you think about these bars on Bar Rescue? Which one was the grossest one? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.